Hello, greetings today. So, I'm going to do this story time about my baby daddy. This man is like a whole trip. I've never seen somebody like prejudice against people who is fat, make fun of people who are fat, have something to say about somebody gaining weight. When they're fat themselves. Now, he's not fat like, I'm going to say, like the singer Ruben Studdard, but half of his life, he's had this enormous gut. Like, he have not exactly been no skinny mini person. He's on a whole bunch of blood pressure pills. I take one prescription of blood pressure pills. He take 20 prescriptions because he's so greedy and he eats a lot. Two examples of how he is like prejudiced against fat, knowing that he has fat on his body. Also, I'm gonna say this was probably a month after I had my daughter. He was living with me and my family for a little bit, and he was watching me whenever I would eat or snack. My sister had bought me 2 bags of this candy, but it was some low fat. It was some low fat, sugar-free chocolate candy, and she bought me 2 bags of it. And so I was sitting next to him and I was eating it. He gonna tell me, you need to stop. How many of those have you eaten? I said, why? He's like, because you're not pregnant anymore. Therefore, there is no excuse for you to be eating like that. I'm like, you're not my doctor. I'm going to eat what I want to eat. I'm going to snack how I want to snack. If you have a problem with it, you can leave. And he made me mad. Another time, he and I was having a conversation on the phone, and he was telling me, I want to bring you to this dinner that my mom is having. She's gonna have lobster tails and shrimp and everything, and she always have these dinners. But he's like, you're gonna have to lose some weight, maybe like 20 pounds first before I bring you around my mom and my peoples. I'm like, first off, I'm the mother of your child, and like, I don't care if you don't like it that I gained weight because you're not skinny yourself. He gonna say to me, but your appearance has changed. Your face is more rounder and fatter, and then your body, you didn't have that great big old belly like that before you when I first met you. He's gonna say, and he's gonna be like, your appearance changed. You need to lose some weight. I told him the next thing I knew, I said, F you. I don't care if you don't like my weight. I don't care what you have to say about my weight. But you have this great big old protruded belly because you eat, and after you eat, you lay down. Imagine the fact, let me bring this up, because this still bothers me to this day. I was 8 months pregnant. He called me after he got off of work, because at this particular time, because I was pregnant, I wasn't working at the airport anymore. He called me and he said that he wanted me to cook him some breakfast. I had already had the breakfast cooked when he came through the door. and fix him a tall glass of orange juice. I'm the one with the big, large, pregnant belly. I'm the one who need rest. Right after he got done eating what I cooked, and he drank all the orange juice with his deep throat, this nigga go stretch out and lay down in my bed and go to sleep. When he woke up, I told him, I said, that's how you treat the mother of your child? Like, you could have slept on the floor. I work hard. I be tired and everything. And you should understand that. I'm like, I don't care how you feel like you work hard or whatever, and you be tired. You're supposed to. And I'm like, don't you never ever call yourself asking me to fix you some breakfast. You gobble down the breakfast and then you lay down and stretch out in my bed and go to sleep for hours. I started to dump some ice water on the top of his head while he was sleeping because he deserved it. Okay. Another example of him, the fact that he was prejudiced against people that's fat, but it doesn't matter if they're fat to him if he is trying to lay up with them. The situation between me and my coworker who was working on the same shift with me at the Bush Airport. At one time, he had something going on with her. So when once he and I got together and she got her somebody else who was one of his friends, he was jealous about it, and he's gonna say, yeah, it's gonna become a situation where she gonna be texting and calling him and everything, and he not gonna answer. And he say when the dude do answer, and she said she gonna say, where you at? I've been looking for you. I've been trying to message you and everything. He gonna say that the dude is gonna tell her, B, you is fat. You fat. You sloppy. You fat and sloppy. I don't have to answer to you. You need to lose weight. But you was trying to get with her, even though she is fat. That's what really tripped me out. I couldn't believe that he really told me in my face when I was arguing at him about her. Because she and I had a confrontation and we was arguing about him once. But he gonna say if I wanted to, I can have you and Tawanda. I could have had both of y'all. But it's like, you not finna have me. But I told him one thing about me. When I first got with you, I was still stuck on my ex. I wasn't exactly done with him. I was still talking to him on the phone, even though I was in a relationship with you. And you gonna tell me that if you wanted to, you could have had me and her, my coworker. She was never my friend or anything like that, but it's like that hurt me for him to say that to me just so bluntly and disrespectfully. Like, anyways, the point I'm trying to prove is like he don't like for females that he mess with or be with to be fat. He don't want a female to gain weight. Gonna say your appearance has changed, your face is rounder and fat and all that, but you'll lay up with somebody that's big or who is gaining weight. Even though my appearance did change, this dude was still coming around me, getting in the bed with me. Even though I was getting fat. he he was an embarrassment to me. I think, it's something about it's something about how they say sometimes when a female is pregnant, the baby daddy, the guy that you're pregnant by, sometimes they get the symptoms. And so I had, like, majority of the time I was always sleepy. He and I was on the same shift at the Bush Airport, and I would during lunchtime or break time would be at 2 a.m. in the morning because he and I both had to get off at 7 a.m. We start work at 9 p.m. So I was be so tired and sleepy after work. I was only 2 months pregnant then. But this nigga would be hungry. He would be like he's starving. My ex, the first dude who I ever was involved with at the Bush Airport, who he knew that was my ex, he was eating a hamburger from Jack in the Box. Tell me why my old greedy, fatty bockers, pot belly baby daddy go ask him for a piece of his burger. I was so embarrassed when I saw that I walked away. Why would you do that? And then my ex didn't even like him. Used to talk about, I was still conversating, I was still having dealings with and talking on the phone with my ex, even though I was with him, because he was cheating on me and with his baby mama. And my ex would always talk about him and say that he looked like a pit bull in the face, which was the truth. You don't never ask nobody that could potentially be your enemy for no piece of their food. And that embarrassed me. That embarrassed me a whole lot. And I was just looking at him like, when the Metro bus dropped us off at his apartment, I wanted to say something to him so bad, but I just turned over. He was trying to have some sex, and I told him, I'm going to sleep. Leave me alone. He's gonna like, well, sometimes when we get off of work, I don't even want you to ride with me to the house no more. I get another female to come over here and have sex with me because I be wanting it after we get off of work and we get to my apartment. I told him I don't care. I don't care if you do be wanting it. You wrong for asking me, and I wasn't even supposed to be having sex, no kind of sex, while I was pregnant to begin with, because my gynecologist told me not to. But he was always, that's another video for another day, he was always putting pressure on me to do it with him while I was pregnant with our daughter. But yeah, that's another story time. But yeah, how are you prejudiced against fat people who are fat, or people who are gaining weight, and you gonna tell me if you wanted to, you can have me and my coworker at the same time? This is why I still, to this day, I can't stand him. That's why I act the way that I act. I be treating him a certain type of way because he has disrespected me a whole bunch of times. He has disrespected me a lot, especially when it came down to him cheating and telling me in my face if I want to do something, if I want to lay up with somebody, if I want to do something, I'll do it. And I told him in his face, I wasn't pregnant yet. I said, if I want to do something, I'll do it too. I told him, before I got with you, I was dating a lot. You don't know me, the real me. Don't make me don't find out how I be having a hot girl summer like Megan Thee Stallion. I'll show you something. Wanna tell me something like that? Anyway, I've been wanting to make this video. I think I made a video like this maybe a year ago. But I also put in the story time how I had gained about maybe 15 pounds right after I had my daughter. And this was around the same time he tried to tell me not to eat that chocolate candy that was sugar free or whatever. He had rocked our daughter to sleep. Our daughter dozed off. And she was a baby then. And he wanted to smash afterwards. And I'm about to say, just like I said last year in the story time, what he did when we got ready to smash. And I don't even mean to laugh. I'm actually mad that he did this, but I couldn't believe that he would do something like that to me while we smashing, while we having sex and everything. Just like, he just like so disgusted because I had gained weight. When he's getting ready to lay me low and spread it wide, as Tony Braxton mom would say on the Braxton family values, when he getting ready to lay me low and spread it wide, he gonna take my take a part of my stomach and put it to the side, like push it to the side, like pushing it out the way, like he couldn't see my hoo-ha while he was doing it. While we was doing it. Like, how dare you? And after he did that, I'm gonna say a week later, he was trying to smash again, and I punished him. I told him no every night, because you gonna try to act like you so prejudiced against some fat, or because I had fat on my stomach because I had gained 15 pounds or whatever, and you gonna do that to me? But anyway, anyways, I'm about to end this story time. It's a very true story. I will never forget a lot. And until the next time I post my next video, until then, y'all stay blessed.